Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Frank Deneen, Communications Officer for the Pitch and Putt Union, Pitch and Putt Ireland. I can't say union anymore. And I am delighted to be joined with me for the preview of the Ladies Gross event by Frances Ryan, PRO for NEC last year, Tipperary intercounty player and superb player. And we are also joined by Geraldine Ward, the greatest and most decorated lady player in our game. I'm absolutely delighted to have both of you join me this evening to quickly go through the ladies event and give some predictions and some insights into the game for the viewing public at home and to help promote the ladies game. Frances, tell me about your exploits in the game briefly, and are you looking forward to this?
I'm actually looking forward to the whole weekend. The amount of talent that's there in the ladies' game in both sections is unbelievable. I started playing about 35 years ago. I took a break for about 10 years, came back. I played intercounty for numerous years. I had to wait until 2019 before I actually won an individual national competition. But hey ho, that's the way it goes. You win them, you lose them. And I enjoyed the game. I love playing it. Great exercise, great for the mind, great for the body. Yeah. And it's great for the social aspect as well. Get to meet all your friends, sort the problems of the world out while you're walking around for that hour and a bit. And, that's basically what life is about. Pure enjoyment.
It is. It's brilliant. And I do not underestimate the wellness benefits and the mindful benefits of playing our game. Geraldine Ward, the most decorated player in our game. I'm going to at some stage in the next couple of months do a show with you just on your own about your exploits, because you deserve to be there, pantheon of greatness in our game. I hope you're well, and it's a pity that you're not in a position to play this weekend. I hope your health is good, and I hope you're looking forward to the weekend as well.
I am, Frank. I'm going to travel down as much as I can. There's going to be some great matches. You have some great ladies there. Unfortunately, I haven't entered it in the last 3 to 4 years due to my health. Yeah. I suffer with fibromyalgia, and it can flare up. And unfortunately, if I keep winning each match, 36 holes, it's just too much for me. And over the whole weekend, it's just too much anymore. But I'm looking forward. I've always enjoyed the Matchplay. It's a fantastic competition. It brings the best of the talent of the Irish ladies to the top there, and it'll be great to watch. I'll go to the sidelines this year to watch it because I haven't been down at them for the last 3 or 4 years, but this year I am going to travel to Erry because there's some fantastic matches I'm looking forward to watching.
On behalf of the entire Pitch and Putt family in our game, I want to wish you the best of health, and I hope you really get that. Okay, we're going to get stuck in. This is the fun bit. On Saturday, we have in our first preliminary game, or it's our first game of the round, we have, oh my goodness, how it's like Ray Murphy and Damien Fleming starting the senior match. We have Paula Lynch from Oldcastle, Irish champion runner-up last year, versus Eleanor Walsh, one of the greatest talents in her game from Fermoy, fantastic player, multiple champion in their rights, both of them. Geraldine, I'm going to start with yourself. Can you give us a prediction on who's going to win this game? Because this is going to be a titanic battle.
It is, and it's going to be very close. No one's going to run away with this match, especially in Erry. I've really only got to know Paula over the last 3 or 4 years. Yeah. She's a great talent, a marvellous lady, and lovely to play again. Eleanor I've known since I went into the ladies' game at the age of 16. Eleanor is a fantastic player. Glad to see her actually back playing in the championships this year. It's a hard one to predict because Eleanor has years and years of experience there, where Paula unfortunately hasn't got years and years of experience. But they're two very talented players. And I don't know, Frank, to be honest, if I was going to pick a winner there, I'm just going to edge for Eleanor on her years of experience.
Thank you, Ger. Frances, Before I go on to Francis, this could and probably should be one of the could be a final very easily in this. What's your choice, Francis?
Well, like Ger said, I mean, like both ladies have experience. Eleanor does have the years of experience. I mean, 88 champion, and it's actually it's unreal to say that she beat Breda White actually down in Dunlop's. It's a defunct pitch and putt club now, and I mean, like they're only 2 weeks ago. I mean, like they were up against one another in the Munster match play where Breda beat Eleanor. I mean, like so it's kind of been a kind of a seesaw with those down through the years. I've watched both ladies playing. I thought Paula Lynch, an exceptional putter. I mean, like quite a good player. Eleanor, again, I would agree with Jeremy. Like has the years of experience. I mean, like and has had down through the years. So I'd put Eleanor ahead in this particular match.
Brilliant. Prevents me from making a prediction, so everybody's a winner. Okay, and our next match, and we'll talk about Amy Galvin in a minute because that will process through. Our next match is Margaret Hennessy from Riverdale versus Sarah O'Neill from Cork. Sarah, a very good upcoming player in the game. Francis, you're first up here. They're both Munster. Can you give us a little bit of insight?
Okay. This is an interesting match, actually, because these two ladies actually did win. Both of them won the Net Cup, I think Sarah in 2019 and Margaret Hennessy in 2020. And both of them are Munster Matchplay champions in respective grades. I find this one a hard one to call because they've two different styles of playing, and both, I mean, like, are good match play players. And like you said, I mean, like Sarah, very good up and coming, but Margaret Hennessy, I mean, like, I'd say now they'll give one another a run for their money. I'd call that now, that's a match that could go to the 36.
Yes.
I'd hate to have to try and make a prediction on that match.
Well, you
that
have to. You have to. You're signed up now, Francis. There's no backing out now at this stage. We need you to nail your fingers to the mast.
But like I said, I find it very hard to call that one. If I had to go, I'd give it to Margaret Hennessy.
Very good. Ger?
I don't really know Margaret that well, only in the last 2 to 3 years. I met her down in Riverdale, actually. That's where she played. I've known Sarah a while, and Sarah's took a while to come into it, but she's up there now on the top of the ladies' senior end. Me personally, I think it's going to be very close, but I'm going with Sarah O'Neill.
Girls, this is okay. I don't know Margaret that well. I think I recognise her. I think Sarah's a lovely player. She's really enthusiastic. Plays in the Conses club. Plays in everything. Herself and her husband play a lot in the mixed foursomes and stuff, and that's where I've come across them. I'm going to go with the Cork lady. Sarah O'Neill into the next round. Yay! See how easy it is. I told you. So, Ger Holland from RGSC versus Louise Grace from RGSC, an RGSC homegrown battle. Gerline.
Right, another very interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
I have a winner in my mind, but I think it is going to be very, very close. Louise, as she'll say herself, she isn't. I was talking to her last weekend at the Luke and John Smith Scratch Cup on Sunday, and she wasn't that happy with her game. She said she isn't playing well at the moment. So it's 50-50 here. Ger has played for years and years and loves the game, and she loves match play. I think, in my heart, I think I am just going to give it to Ger Holland.
Very good. Francis?
Yeah, I agree with Jeremy, like insofar as that Ger Holland probably has the more experienced match play. She's played a lot of match play, entered an awful lot of match plays. She's got as far as the national match play semi-finals in 2018. I mean, like, and she's an enthusiastic match play player, loves her game. I mean, like, is a good player. I know they're club mates, so it's going to be a ding-dong match one way or the other. But I'd give it to Ger now. I'd give it to Ger.
Great. We do have to up the pace a small bit, but we're getting there. So I'll try to keep it going along. Breda White, absolute stalwart in the game, real fiery character. I love Breda, actually. She's really fun. And I don't know Margaret Riley from Oldcastle, but being in that side of the country, I reckon she'd at least know the course. Francis, your turn. Give me a call here.
Well, sure, like you said, I mean, like Breda has a catalogue of championships behind her. I mean, like at this stage, and her latest endeavour was the Matchplay there a couple of weeks ago. I'm not very familiar with Margaret Riley, I have to be honest there. So, but I would give that match to Breda White.
Perfect. Ger?
Yeah, Margaret and Paul actually are both from Oldcastle and know each other well, and that's how I've got to know Margaret through Paula. Margaret is a very, very fine player. The putting is excellent. Where she might struggle in Erry would be she pitches a low ball.
Yeah.
But what can you say about Breda White? She's a legend in her own right.
Yeah. And
I predict Breda in this one.
Very good. Susan Ritchie, RGSC versus Helen Gregsby from Iron. Iron's a lovely course. Definitely venue for national if they ever get around to it. Ger, your call here, please.
Right. Helen I've known for years. And Helen is a fighter and she loves pitch and putt. When it comes to match play, she will give it her all. She'll fight to the very end. Susan, I don't know that well. She's Dublin board officer, does great work for Dublin. She's really only coming up. Actually, I think she's an inter. I don't think she's even a senior. I'm not too sure. But I'd have to go for Helen here.
Very good. Francis, any change?
Well, to be honest with you now, I'm not very familiar with either player. I'd only be going on Susan Ritchie. I think she was runner-up in the Leinster match play in 23 and 25. And for that reason, we'll go 50-50 on that. I'll say Susan.
Very good. Thanks, guys. I don't know. I like Iron as a course. I'm going with Helen Gregsby. And that's no other reason other than that. Sorry, no, to come down to on that, but there we go. Okay, Mary Murray from Rock Lodge, a champion, national match play champion in Rock Lodge a couple of years ago. Siobhan Keeley from Lucan, very prominent player in the Dublin area, inter-county player for Dublin. Francis, your call here.
Like Mary Murray is a very strong match play player, and I mean, like she won the national match play in 2019. And I'd say Mary now she'll be adamant that she's probably trying to get out of the runner-up phase. I mean, like she was runner-up in the Munster match play and runner-up 22, 23, 24. Siobhan Keeley, I really don't know Siobhan Keeley. Yeah. So I think I'm going to go with Mary Murray on this one.
Very good. Ger?
Yeah, I know both ladies very well. Siobhan, for years, I've played inter-county with Siobhan. Siobhan has represented Dublin a few times. Mary is a great friend. As you know, Frank plays pitch and push all through the year, loves the game. I'm going to go with Francis. I'm going for Mary.
Very good. Excellent. Good call there. Tara Dillon played extremely well in the international trial a couple of weeks ago and has made the Irish international team. Liz Quinn finally got off the mark as an Irish champion as well recently. Your call here, please.
Very tough, this one, Frank. I know both ladies very well. As you know, Tara has numerous runner-up wins and inter-county titles, Leinster titles. Liz, I know very well as well. It's a very hard one to call. I go 50-50, and I'm just going with Tara on her display last 2 weeks there in McDonagh.
Very excellent.
She had a fantastic 5 under second round, which I didn't see anyone break at 50, but she did.
I keep saying to everyone, confidence is everything. Confidence is infectious, you know?
Yes.
Francis?
I mean, like Tara, she's had her win. She was runner-up to Chrissy in 2015 in Lakeside. I think it was she won 2008. Then you have Liz was 2022. Leinster match play, she was runner-up 22-20. With Tara's experience, to be honest with you, I'd give it to Tara.
Very good. Excellent, thank you. Now you're going to have to help me here, ladies. Now, Pauline Ball from Old County and Ger Brannigan from Royal Mead. Francis, are you familiar with these players?
I'm not familiar with either of these players, except for just maybe a few ideas on there. Like Ger Brannigan, she was the Mead Matchplay intermediate Matchplay champion in 24 and 25. In 24, the 11 to 21 category, and Pauline Balfe, she has been a contender in the national Matchplay, I suppose, since 2012. So that's basically all I know about the ladies. I don't know their style of play. I'm sure I've met the ladies. I'm sure I've seen them.
Of course, yeah.
So I'd have to say that.
You'll defer.
If I have to pick one, I just go with Ger Brannigan on her recent win.
Excellent, Ger.
I know both girls. I'd have to say Pauline far more. Pauline's represented Dublin, has won the Dublin Matchplay.
Oh, wow.
She's coming back into her game. With Thomas not well the last few years, she sort of stepped back a bit. But she loves the game, loves Matchplay. Ger, I know she's from Clonee, sort of playing a lot more recently. She's interested from what I gather. But on what I know about Pauline Balfe, I'm going for Pauline.
Okay, that gives me the casting vote, and I'll go with Pauline Balfe as well based on her Dublin win. Okay, Margaret Hogan Tullamore, obviously local around here and a huge name in the game years ago, and has won multiple Irish titles. Eilish Sexton, wife of Di Sexton, very good Cork inter-county player, and really on the cusp of good. I think this will be a very good and exciting game as well. Geraldine, your call, please.
I'm going for Margaret Hogan. And the reason I'm going for Margaret, I know Eilish is an excellent player, and loves the game too, plays all over the country. I'm going with Margaret for her years of experience. Like, you can't fault her. And Erry is like a home to her home. She plays Erry and Tullamore. She knows them like the back of her hand. And if anyone is going to win, I think it's Margaret. And alone for the way Margaret puts, and you have to put well in Erry. But she knows Erry.
Yes.
Nothing again, Eilish, fine player, but I just think she was unlucky to draw Margaret for the first round of it.
Yeah. Francis?
I mean, I agree. Margaret Hogan has a wealth of experience behind her. I mean, Eilish, a very determined player. I mean, she's a great matchplay player, very inter-county player. I mean, you could not say that Eilish. I mean, she's a fine player.
Very strong player. Yeah.
She's a strong player. I mean, I don't know. I'd be torn between them. I'd say Eilish will give Margaret a run for her money.
Yeah.
I will. I'll just give Eilish. I mean, the head. It could go It could go a long way in that match.
Yeah.
Because she has determination. So I'm going to go with Eilish.
And leave the deciding vote to me. Yeah. No. Look, Eilish is a great time for Eilish. I think she's very, very good. The only thing that I would say is that Margaret Hogan is a local. I'm going to give it on the basis of the locality, and because she's such a brilliant player over the years. Okay, Nicola Hearn-Cons is really up and coming player, very strong player on the cusp of Cork inter-county stardom. Will make the Cork inter-county team. And Glenda Hoey from Lucan in Dublin, again, one of the Dublin inter-county players as well. Geraldine, your call, please.
I don't know Nicola as well as I know Glenda. But Glenda's only after coming off runner-up to Chrissy in the Leinster down in, where was it?
Navan.
Royal Mead.
Oh, Royal Mead. Okay.
Royal Mead. So the one I'd have to go for here would be Glenda. And Glenda's game at the moment, she's playing very well. She's very determined, very strong player. As I say, I don't know Nicola and I don't really know her game that well. So I'm going for Glenda on what I know of Glenda.
Perfect. Francis?
Yeah, and I'm the opposite. I don't know I'm not familiar with Glenda's game, whereas I know Nicola. I mean, like, she was 25 intermediate, the provincial champion. So on that basis, I mean, like, I'll go the opposite. I'd say Nicola, that'll be a good match. I'd say it'll be a good match. I mean, like, to be honest, you know, I've seen Glenda playing. I don't really know her game that well, but I'll go with Nicola.
Okay. I know the Hearns very well. I know Megan is going to be playing in the ladies' net competition. I know the family well. They're very enthusiastic pitch and putt players, and for that reason, Nicola Hearn, because she's very determined, and I know she is, she gets the vote into the next round. Okay, Marion Courtney, world famous player from Kildare, you know, part of the Byrne dynasty, married to Derek Courtney. Absolutely love her style, love the way she hits the ball. She's an absolute true champion. And Tracy Redmond from Lucan, both used to grow up in Erry and is I think she's from Erry originally. So very, very tough call here. Francis, you're up first this time.
I would say that this match, it's going to be a dinger, to be honest with you. I mean, like, you have Tracy Redmond, like you say, who has kind of local advantage, grew up all her life in playing out of Erry. And then you have Marion Courtney, I mean, like, who has, we'd say, like, years of experience with national match play. I'd be inclined to go with Tracy, just because it's course advantage.
Very good. And Ger?
Yeah, very tough to call, Frank, on the basis that neither lady are playing consistently through the year.
Yeah.
Like, they're into this now. Marion cut back through to work and hasn't been playing that much. Tracy similar. She's after having her family, married Keith. But just on knowing that Tracy is from Erry, I'm going with Tracy.
Very good. Well, I can tell you this much now, and Marion Byrne will be listening to this, and Derek will be listening. I'd have given my vote to Marion anyway, so there you go. Marion's a favourite of mine, and she knows it too. Right, okay, so you've got round 2. You've got Amy Galvin versus, obviously, the holder from last year, plays Eleanor Walsh. This is another fantastic game. This is going to be 11:30 on Sunday morning. My overriding comment to anybody is Saturday is going to be a little bit lumpy here and there. There's some really, really good, strong games, but Sunday is going to be an absolute feast to pitch and putt, both the gents and the ladies. And this is one of the games that I think anybody who's an interest in the game should be here to watch. Francis, I'm going to tell you this time. Defending champion on the Irish team last week versus Eleanor, your call.
That's going to be another good match. It really is. At the end of the day, I mean, like, you've got county advantage going to Amy, but I still think Eleanor will take that match.
Very good. Geraldine?
And I love Amy. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I've watched Amy playing. She is the most fantastic player.
Don't be trying to back out of it now. You've made your call.
I just said, but for me, like, these are only unsolicited. They're predictions.
For fun.
Only for fun. So I mean, like, yeah.
Ger?
I'm going the opposite. I'm going with Amy. And I'm going with Amy on actually playing well at the moment. She qualified last week, as you know, for the international coming up. Yeah. She's back playing the game a lot more than she ever did. Loves it, like Eleanor, but just for the home advantage, like Tracy and Margaret, knows Erry like the back of her hand. It'd be like me playing an iron, you know. So I just going to go for it. I can see Eleanor on the phone already.
Take it. We're only playing. Yeah. So, but you put me in an impossible position now because I'm going to get phone calls no matter what I choose here. Purely on the fact that it's home advantage, a home course, and because the defending champion, I'm going to go with Amy because she was so brilliant in Larkspur last year. And really deserve, I think, will make a good fist of her defence. Next match, Barbara Murphy Sea Point versus Sarah O'Neill from Cork that we spoke about earlier. Whose turn? Geraldine, your turn this time.
Sarah O'Neill.
Thank you. Francis?
Simple.
Yeah.
I'll go Sarah O'Neill.
Yeah. Remember now in our fantasy world, Sarah has already won against Margaret Hennessy, so she'll know the course and she'll be more into it. So there you go. Next match, we have Margaret Keogh from Royston, again, one of the Byrne family dynasty of pitch and putt, against the winner from the first round, Ger Holland. Francis, your call this time.
Margaret Keogh. Do you know, I don't really know. I've seen her playing, and I'm not really. I've not really seen. Sorry, who did you say we're playing against? We have Margaret
Keogh versus Ger Holland.
I'd say that will be a 50-50 as well. I know Ger's game better, so I'll go with Ger Holland.
Okay.
Yeah, Frank, I'm going to go with Ger too.
Okay.
Simple as the fact that she'll have previous played 36 holes, hopefully winning through. But Margaret, as you know and I know, doesn't play all year round.
Yes.
And for that reason, I'm going with Ger Holland.
Brilliant. No, one of the Byrne sisters, and a super player. Okay, Breda White versus Helen Grigsby, who've both come through their first round matches in our fantasy world. Geraldine, which one of those?
Oh, Breda.
Francis?
I go with Breda, yeah.
Yeah. See, it gets easier as you go along.
Well, seeing as how it's only fantasy pitch and putt we're playing, I mean,
so you can't. Of course, you do realise that this was described yesterday as the kiss of death for the players that we're actually going to predict, because we've never got a prediction right yet in any of the ones over the years.
Well, you see, technically, then they shouldn't watch this video live, because we're only having a bit of fun. So I mean, it's kind of it's not how it should be. They shouldn't be watching this. They're playing at the weekend.
Yeah, they should be delighted that they're getting knocked out. Right. Mary Murray versus Tara Dillon. Not a great match. Like I say, the Sunday is really shaping up really well, even in our fantasy world. Francis?
Well, again, both of them will have had the 36 holes on the Saturday. Tough one to call. Because both of them would be kind of equally matched now. Do you know what? I go Mary Murray just to be on that side.
Geraldine?
I'm going with Mary. Yeah, and the reason I'm going with Mary is Mary's just playing a little more than Tara, as Tara admit herself. She hasn't played much this year at all, and I think Mary will just nip it.
Excellent, very good. And again, like I said, it's only for fun. Okay, Geraldine, your call this time. Pauline Balfe versus Marion Gannon Kelly from McDonough.
Marion Kelly from McDonough.
Okay, and Francis?
Yeah, I give it to Marion. She's a very enthusiastic player. You know, I mean, like won the Net Cup in 2024. She was runner up in the Munster match or in the Leinster match play there this year. So yeah, Marion Gannon.
Excellent. Enthusiasm and confidence is everything. Okay, absolutely. Margaret Hogan versus Nicola Ahern. Francis, your call this time.
I'd say Margaret Hogan.
And Ger?
Margaret Hogan. Course advantage, that's the only reason.
Home advantage, yeah. And an excellent player. And another fantastic match, Tracy Redmond versus Christine Sheedy, one of the most decorated players in our game as well. Ger, your call this time. You know these ladies in the heat of battle over the years. Your call, please.
Oh. The winner of this match is going to get to the final. That's my prediction.
Okay.
And I am just going to give it to Chrissy Sheedy.
Perfect. Francis?
Tough one to call it is, isn't it? You know, like these two coming up against one. Do you know what? I'll just give course advantage, and no disrespect to Chrissy because she's the most fantastic player. I mean, like, just to pass it back to you, Frank, I'll give it to Tracy.
Thanks. This is not a tactic now where you get Frank to make all the hard decisions.
No,
So
but I'm beginning to realise it. Go on.
there's an advantage in that too. Okay, I love Chrissy Sheedy as a player. I think she's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to go with Chrissy. Okay.
Okay.
The bookie is going to lose a fortune, but sure, anyway, there's no worries there. Right.
We're if they're going on the predictions we're making, nobody will make
exactly. Yeah. So the quarterfinals on this Sunday afternoon, again surrounded by fantastic matches. Francis, your call this time. Amy Galvin versus Sarah O'Neill. Both girls will have had games under their belts at this stage. They'll be well warmed up. They'll know the conditions. Francis.
I'd give the advantage there to both fantastic players. I'd give the advantage to Amy, though.
Excellent. Jar?
Yeah, I agree with Francis. Amy, solely because she's the home player again, and I think she's played a lot more in Erry. Yeah. And unless you play Erry, Frank, you know me yourself, Erry's very tough course. You don't know it's going to be hard to win, even a match play. And I'm just going, I agree with Francis. Yeah.
Next match, Ger Holland versus Breda White. Ger?
Breda White. Just on her years of experience, and definitely I go with Breda here.
Francis?
Yeah, it'll be an enjoyable match. They'll have, I mean, like they're good old buddies. I'm sure they'll have a bit of banter going around. I'd say Breda will have the advantage in that match.
Very good. Mary Murray versus Mary Gannon Kelly. Mary Gannon Kelly. Francis?
Marion Gannon will give Mary Murray a run for her money. I would still go with Mary Murray.
Sure.
Same here, Frank. I'll go with Mary on her years of experience. Marion is really only coming in to playing the game and learning, still learning. And for that reason, I will go with Mary Murray.
Excellent. And our final match of the quarterfinals, 4:15, be there or be square. Margaret Hogan versus Christine Sheedy.
Oh,
they've had battles over the years. With Margaret known Erry, it's very, very hard to call. I am just going to go with Chrissy, though. I think Chrissy will do it.
Okay, Francis.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to agree with Ger. I mean, I go with Chrissy.
Excellent, very good. We're now into the semi-final lineup. Is it looks fantastic. Monday morning, TV cameras there. It'll be a joy to behold, and it will be live streamed as well. So we have Amy Galvin versus Breda White. Francis, your call.
Oh, like these ladies met last year in the match play. In they met in the semi-finals last year, and I mean, like, it was a fantastic match. It's so hard to call. It's so hard to call. It could go either way, to be honest with you. I'll go with Breda just because.
Okay.
That's like, and I'd say, it would be.
Jar?
Amy. And Amy, I have known and played Breda over the years. You know that, Frank.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going with Amy because she's local and she'll know Erry.
Yes.
I know Breda will have a couple of matches under her belt, hopefully, but I think Amy.
Very good. Oh, yeah. I have the deciding call, so I'm going for Amy.
Yes. We'll pull that one.
Breda, I'm not trying to upset you or anything. I'm doing you a favour.
No. We're just learning as we go along.
The other semi-final, fantastic semi-final, Mary Murray from Rock Lodge versus Christine Sheedy from Royston. Whose goal is it? Francis, your call.
Oh, another good one. I'd say Chrissy will take the advantage.
And Ger?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Chrissy too. Sorry, Mary.
I know.
No, I'll go with Chrissy, yeah.
And then Amy Galvin versus Christy Sheedy, probably the game that we'd all want, if the neutrals would want to see as a final, or at least get to watch this match anyway. Geraldine, your final call of the night, put the kiss of death on the victor.
You can't
I've got my both ladies throughout the championship to win their matches. I'm going to go with Amy on course because she knows the course. Solely because I think she's going to be a double champion.
Very good. And Frances?
Home advantage, I'd go with Amy.
Very good. Ladies, thank you so much for putting the kiss of death on Amy and predicting that she's going to win it. Thank you so much for the fun and enjoyment that we have. We have a fantastic sport. We'd love more ladies playing. We thank you so much for the effort and promotion that you've put in over the years and the effort that you put into the game. And I want to thank you for that. Thank you for doing the show. It's been a bit of fun, I think. And we've come to the end of it, and hopefully the ladies get the promotion and the fortitude that we have. So thanks a million, and we'll call it.
Frank, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
I wish all the ladies taking part in the Net Cup and the Senior Cup the very, very best of luck.
Yes, and we hope they enjoy it. I think we've lost Frances just briefly, but thanks a million, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.